So the other day I was scrolling through TikTok, you know, watching the news from a talking fish, as one does, when I stumbled upon none other than our 16th president. You think I'm joking? No. Look at this.
Are you willing to die for those Christians? Do you really feel fly in true religion? Did you think you would survive 5.56? You spin a band on the burner and died with it?
Yeah, that bullet to the back of the head must have really our dear president's brain. I don't know what the hell he's doing on TikTok. By the way, I just want to point out he loves this song. It's a freestyle by Remble, and he has used it in multiple TikToks.
Are you willing to die for those Christians? Are you willing to die for those Christians? Do you really feel...
Yeah, so this is Mo. He goes by the name Mo the Hood Lincoln on TikTok. And this guy is just one of those average, you know, middle-aged men that really need to stay off the internet. He's constantly talking about how he hates the trolls and doesn't care about the haters, but he cares enough to make multiple videos about people that hate him.
Because they don't want to see me make it. But I'm gonna make it though. Top of the morning to all my haters out there.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket? You remember that fool in the wheelchair? How you think he got there?
There's something about threatening people with a toy gun that just feels so unhinged. I don't know why people think that that's threatening. You see it all the time, though, where someone will like cock a Nerf gun and then stare at the camera or even point the gun at the camera. One thing to note about Mo is he is 42 years old, okay? He's a grown man. And you'll know this because he constantly makes TikToks talking about how he's a grown man and doesn't have time for TikTok beef.
It's all part of the Motor Hood Lincoln, dog. It's part of the content, bro. It's letting you know how many people talk shit to me, bro. There's a lot of motherfuckers and they grown-ass men talking shit. It's sad, bro.
But what really sets Mo apart from other TikTokers is that he is not only a deadly athlete, which we'll get into in a second, but he's also a recording artist. And he dropped some sick beats on the haters, okay? And I just wanted to share some of those with you.
They got me up in the booth, I've been a goof man. Now let me tell you, been a motherfucking Superman. I'm 41, trying to get up in it like Superman.
I'm sick of all this shit on the map. Everybody talking all that goddamn yak. You ain't going at me with that boy like that. Let me tell you.
I want to break down the lyrics of that first song I just played. They got me up in the booth. I've been a goof man. Now let me tell you, I've been a mother effing Superman. I'm trying to get up in it like mother effing Superman. Now I'm not really sure what he's trying to convey with that message. Maybe he's trying to audition for the new Superman Legacy movie, which I feel like he has a really good shot in. You know, who wouldn't want a former president playing Superman? You know, he freed the slaves. I think he's already a Superman. He really is like a drunk uncle. Probably one of my favorite songs by him, though, is his own rendition of Deck the Halls that he just released last month.
La 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 la. I don't give a about no hater. They can eat a nut and I don't give a if they choke I will not help them. I hope they choke and that's what's up. Choke on they got.
What an absolute masterpiece. Just imagine you and your family, you know, you're sitting around by the fire and then your mom's like, let's put on some Christmas music. You turn on the TV and you just see this guy.
I don't give a about no hater. They can eat a nut and I don't give a.
But like I said earlier, he's not afraid to put his money where his mouth is. I found this guy on a TikTok live stream, like literally I was just scrolling through TikTok and he kept alluding to this fight he was about to, you know, dive into on the 6th. And a lot of people in the comments were saying, oh, you've never won a fight. And that's the entire reason why he gets trolled on TikTok to begin with, is because he apparently gets himself into these fights. So I was like, okay, we might really have something going. So like a mad scientist, I decided to study this specimen and learn all of his tricks. First, he said he was on something called Satan's Backyard. I couldn't find anything on that. But then he mentioned that he was going to fight on something called Street Beefs. So I looked up Street Beefs, and this is some of the worst boxing I've ever seen. From what I could gather, I don't know much about the Street Beefs lore. Their claim to fame is a shout out from Jake Paul. And I mean, if you get a shout out from Jake Paul, you know, that's how you know you've made it. And it wasn't even like a real shout out. It was more like he just said it in passing. Or it wasn't even really in passing. It was more like he was making fun of them.
Rematch in Scotland, maybe, and we'll do it there next to your plot of land.
In the parcels of land.
Yeah.
The backyard fight, street beefs.
I don't know about that. high-class individuals here.
Not really.
Okay.
But it seems like what they do is just get like people that have beef online or just people in general just to fight each other. And it's probably some of the worst boxing I've ever seen. Viewer discretion is advised. This is probably the toughest thing to sit through and watch. I tried to make it as interesting as possible, but it is just so bad. But bear with me, I promise we will get through this together. So like a band-aid, let's just rip it off.
I'm Jacoby. I'm 5'6". I'm 144. And I'm here. Things changed, so now I'm fighting Mo the Hood Lincoln, so let's get it.
5'9", 128 pounds. My name is Mo the Hood Lincoln. I'm on TikTok. I was supposed to fight Mikey, but I gotta get this opponent here. So this is what you guys get. I'm sorry you don't get Mikey.
So right away, they both sound pretty disappointed to be fighting each other. And honestly, I can't blame them. If I was there, I'd be pretty disappointed too. If you ever find yourself in a cage in someone's backyard, I think you immediately just start thinking about your life choices.
Players, step to the middle, touch gloves. Lincoln out here. Step back. Three piece, round one, let's rumble.
How long does the hat stay on? How long does the hat stay on?
Save the hat!
Shout out to the guy in the background that's just concerned about the hat. Yeah, I don't know why he's wearing the hat either. I mean, I just find it very funny that while he's getting his face punched, the guy in the background is only concerned about the hat. They probably had a conversation with him before the fight like, hey man, listen, I'm gonna let you borrow this, but you gotta be really careful with it. It's the only Abraham Lincoln hat we got.
Work that jab. You got that reach. Work that jab. Relax, you're all right. Throw that jab. Throw it again. You got that reach, throw that jab. Lincoln, work that jab. Relax a little. Relax.
You know, it's a pretty bad fight when the people in the background giving really crappy boxing advice is the most interesting thing about it. I swear, him almost tripping was probably the highlight of this clip. I'm not that big into sports. I mean, I'll watch boxing and UFC from time to time, but one thing that I hate the most when I'm watching them is people in the background giving really bad advice. Like, the dude in the background keeps telling them to relax and take a breath, but also to throw jabs. Like, I don't understand why people feel the need to throw their 2 cents in whenever there's a fight going on, like they know it all. If they knew it all, they'd be in there stumbling around too. This dude just said take a knee while he's getting the back of his head clobbered.
1, 2, 3. You done? That's it. You know what to do, straight beats! Let's go!
Did you guys like that? Did you enjoy that? I know he didn't. That's it. That was the end of the fight. Well, get used to it because the next fight goes just about as well as this one does.
Street Beefs. We here with the last match of the day. Go subscribe to Scarface's Street Stories, Street Beefs GoPro. In this corner, we got Hood Lincoln. He's 0-1 in Satan's backyard. In this corner, we got Finro. He's 0-3. All right, let's get it.
Thanks, man. Glad to be here. You know, I wish they had the other guy, the little Johnny Cage guy that was screaming, you know, when he was introducing the match. This guy just doesn't want to be here, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to be here either. So in the last fight, if you guys remember, he said that he switched fights.
I was supposed to fight Mikey, but
This is the guy that he was supposed to fight. His name is Mikey or Justin or Fenro. I don't know his name. He has so many freaking names. I'm guessing nobody knows his true identity. But this absolute man of mystery is who I can only assume to be Hood Lincoln's arch nemesis. They talk about how they had like TikTok beef or something. I don't really know. I couldn't find anything on it. But Mo has a lot of TikTok beef with a lot of people, so I find it very likely. But this fight goes just as well as the last one did, if not better.
Gentlemen, come in the middle. Let's get a good scrap. Keep the punches up, no punches in the back of the head. Obey my commands at all times. When I say break, take 2 steps back.
I like how already they're like fumbling around trying to figure out how to touch boxing gloves. They seriously remind me of like when I was a kid, me and my cousins had boxing gloves and we would try to like act like professional boxers, but just embarrass the crap out of ourselves.
All right. Mouthpiece, are you ready? Mouthpiece, are you ready?
not really.
Let's fight.
It is what it is, Mikey.
Before the first punch is even thrown, he already has like no confidence in himself. He said, "I'm not ready, but it is what it is." Like, what? First he was complaining that he got his fight switched, and now he's upset because he's not ready. Nothing will make this man happy.
Don't turn your back.
Don't be running, boys. Don't be running.
Stand back. I'm standing out.
TikTok beat.
Come on, Mikey. Put the pressure on him.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't understand. They fight like two pool noodles. Like, this guy looks like pseudo Wudo, I swear. These people like give me like the hills have eyes type vibes. Like they're just in the back of the trailer park boxing each other, saying who's gonna be the dominant male. This is the strangest thing I've ever seen. This is literally like little kids in their backyard pretending to fight, except it's like 40 and 50-year-old men.
Take the hat off. Already, bro? I got your hat.
Yeah, I don't know who the keeps letting him come in with a hat on, but somebody really needs to stop that shit. This is the second time his hat has needed to be taken off during a fight.
Whoa, get him. You're supposed to stand up. Oh, yeah,
He got him, boy.
You're not turning your back.
Keep running.
Got him on the bicycle.
Come on, give him the jab. You got the lead.
Woo!
Give him the jab. Come on, Mike.
You know, I'm really glad that the people in the background are having a good time because I don't think anyone else is. They just keep giving us those little woos. It's pretty much how the rest of the fight goes. Mo is either running away from the guy or he's just tripping over his own punches. And ironically, that's how the fight actually ends. He gets really winded like he did in the last fight and then just falls.
Your opponent's there. Your opponent's there. There's no timeout in boxing, man.
Get him, Mikey.
Mike, put it on him, Mike. Put it on him. Put it on him, Mike.
Don't turn your back.
Yeah, just start
Rock the Mike. Rock the Mike.
And that's it. The hero has fallen. I just want you guys to notice, his opponent didn't even land a punch. Mo took himself out. You know, Abraham Lincoln once said, be sure to put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. And I don't think that's ever been more apparent than this fight. 0 out of 10 cosplay.
Come here, bro. Come here, bro.
Yeah, this is the guy he lost to. This dude looks like every gas station employee ever. It's such a disconnect from like his TikToks to the actual fight because he hypes himself so much in the TikToks and then just comes here and like stumbles around for 5 minutes. I like how at the end of the fight too, like the guy, he was trying to gesture Mo to come give him a hug. If that guy was trying to give me a hug, I'd walk away too. You know, I don't think we can fault old honest Abe for walking away from that situation. So after this fight, apparently Mo started a campaign on TikTok trying to say that this fight was rigged.
See, I'm getting all this traffic over here, right? But I'm gonna tell you, the fight was rigged from the very beginning. Mikey was supposed to win.
I like the sympathetic music in the background, like we're supposed to feel bad for him. Brother, you fell. Unless you're like the world's greatest actor, which isn't possible because that title's already taken, then I seriously doubt it was rigged. I like how it lists one of my skills as being Mexican. I've never noticed that. And it also says that I'm an expert at it, which I am. I mean, I don't speak Spanish, but I can make tacos. So fun fact about this video was actually supposed to be released a month ago. The reason why it wasn't was because he kept alluding to that fight he had on January 6th. Turns out, he didn't even show up to the fight. So there was no fight. And I was waiting to put that in this video. So, you know, thanks a lot, Mo. You're the reason why this video is so late. It's definitely not because I've been playing an ungodly amount of Fallout 4. The Vonda B video at the end of last month, yeah, that was not even supposed to be made. I pulled that out of the void, and now it's my most liked video. So, I don't know what the heck's going on. I hope this one gets likes. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you stayed till the end, I really appreciate you. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one, and just remember that you are loved and important. Bye.